Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. It's your old pal Prince Jedi Master. How y'all doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. I want to do something that is totally not me. Yeah, I may sniffle here. I got a cold. Uh, and for that, I do humbly apologize. Um, Today, I had two run ins with cops within 5 minutes as I was walking. Now, what I want to do is tell you that this is how a audit should be done. See, I told you I was going to sniffle. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, these two interactions, how they gave our local police department here a plus plus in my book. Again, I don't like auditors. Never thought I would do an audit. Never thought I would need to do an audit. But instead of auditing, let's call this a grading of interactions. Okay? Let's start off with the first one. I walked to my doctor's today, and afterwards decided I was going to go and see my physical therapist. I have a bad back, so don't hate me. If you do, oh well. I walked down the long driveway. I have to use a cane to walk, but I walked down the long driveway and I was getting ready to get on the road. And on the way to the doctor's, there was a lot of construction. So I thought, oh dear, I'm going to be in some trouble getting to the physical therapist. But where my doctor's office was where the construction ended. So I get onto the road and a cop is at the stoplight and he looks at me and hollers out, "Hey buddy." I'm like, "Me?" He goes, "Yeah. You mind stopping so I can ask you a few questions?" I'm like, "Okay." It's probably about my awesome haircut. So I pull over, I'm walking. I walk back to the driveway. Going to cut that out. Anyway, I walk back to the driveway, and he pulls in, gets out of his car, and says, "Hey, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I just got, excuse me, please. I just got done visiting my doctor, and now I'm walking to the physical therapist." He goes, "Oh, we had a few calls of concern about you." I'm like, "Well, I just got on the road. I'm not doing anything. But, I thank you for the concern." And so he says, "So you're just going to the physical therapist. Do you want to ride or are you going to walk?" I'm like, "Well, I'm going to walk because I need to lose weight." He laughed and said, "Okay, be careful." I'm like, "Okay, thanks." So continued walking down the street. About 500 feet later, actually it was about 50 feet later, because it really wasn't that far, another cop pulls behind me, and the brakes really were not that great on this car. Either that or he just used them wrong. I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. It alerted me to him, to his presence. So I turn around and he gets out of his car, looks at me, and he goes, "Hey man, that sounded bad." I'm like, "Yes, I don't drive, but it sounds like what happens when you ride on your brakes." He just laughed. And he goes, "So, who are you?" I'm like, and I gave him my name. And he's like, "So you're not," and he gave me a different name. So apparently there was another tall person wearing a red shirt and a black jacket walking with a cane. I don't know. That's my only guess. But when he found out that I'm not who he was looking for, he's like, "Well, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just sending a physical therapist." He goes, "Oh, where's the physical therapist?" And I said, "That's right across the street from the church there." He goes, "Oh, okay." So he actually waited until I crossed the street to make sure I was safe, and then he drove off. And I heard him tell the other people who were looking for this other person that the two people have stopped, and then he put my name. And I want to say I'm very thankful for those cops because number one, they made sure I was safe crossing the road, and number two, they asked me a few questions. I did not get all high and mighty. I did not quote false texts. I did not stupidly say that poster 7 says you can record here because I wasn't recording them. And number two, poster 7 also says that if you record, you have to have the postmaster's permission. These idiots don't understand that. So, yeah, that's my first audit or my first grading of 2 great cops. So, yeah, I know my eyes are bad. I haven't slept in like 3 days, so forgive me. I still look better than Goat Boy. All right. God bless y'all. I hope to see you in heaven.